If we just take these few moments and just recognize that as our breath expands, the whole body relaxes more. There's more attention that can be given to certain functions. And maybe as your body relaxes and as your mind opens, you can be aware of something that you tell yourself, some narrative that's familiar to you. You can either say it to yourself now or remember it, and in that you're remembering the words of something you say to yourself. It doesn't matter if it's something good you say to yourself or something bad you say to yourself, or if it's something you say to yourself or about someone else. It's just an exercise to see how we can internally see the narrative, the sentences that compose a narrative, the words that compose those sentences. So if right now you just said a simple thing to yourself, that's something you say all the time. So I'll say it to myself, and then whatever you say, you can follow along. So if I say to myself, this feels good, I can close my eyes and I can be aware of the sentence, this feels good. And then I can be aware of the sentence falling back into its place of origin, which would be my brain, your brain. So I can see this feels good, just dissolving back into the spaciousness of intelligence. Maybe as we've been talking, another sentence has arisen for you. The same way. First, you're aware of that sentence, that narrative. It may even be more than one sentence. And you let it collapse back into its source. And with your attention, you follow that collapse so that your attention is simply and deeply aware of itself as attention without even needing the word attention or its reality. As another thought or narrative or sentence arises, just be aware of it for a moment and let it fall back immediately back to where it came from. You can be aware of the easefulness of this. It's not a task. It's not a contest. There's no judgment. There's just the possibility of recognizing, and rather than following, allowing it to come home, to fall back into consciousness. At any point, for a few seconds, you can do this. It's not a meditation practice. It's an invitation, a possibility. You can recognize in this day later, if some familiar emotion appears, you can recognize, is there a thought that goes with this emotion? It's good if there is, and it's good if there's not. There's no right or wrong. But you have the choice when you recognize that thought to either follow it with another thought or to let it come back, come home, come to space. So you will work with this and play with this in whatever way feels appropriate to you. And you are always free to listen to this again if it supports you, or to forget about it completely if it doesn't support you.